You and I, imagine somebody before Islam. They've never thought about God. They've never thought about the afterlife. They've never thought about their purpose in this world. They're just living life. They're just, they grew up, they went to school, they had friends, went to high school, they did what other people are doing. They got friends, girls, parties, so a little bit of alcohol every now and then, and, some mischief on the weekends, this and that. Then they got into college, university, or whatever. They lived their life. And then eventually they got a job. You're a young person, a young professional. Every Friday night they're going to hit the pub, go clubbing or whatever they got to do, right? And they're used to that life, and every weekend feels the same. Every weekdays feels the same. It's like they call it a rat race, right? They're just stuck in that life, and they're just living that life, and they feel like a zombie. They feel like they're dead. And there's nothing going on inside them, that there must be more to life. The thought doesn't even occur to them. They're just, in a sense, spiritually, they're dead. That doesn't mean that they're hopeless. The seed is there, it just hasn't been activated. And then you have a person who's living that kind of life, whatever that life involves. Whether it involves drugs, zina, alcohol, whatever it involves. They're living that life, and all of a sudden, Allah allows for that seed to tear open. That doesn't mean that the seed has grown into a plant that has reached the light. It just means it tore open. Something changed. When something changed, this person realizes this can't be all there is. There's got to be something more. And this person starts looking for answers. Sometimes they finish drinking at 2 a.m. outside of a pub, and they're just looking up to say, if you're out there, I just need help. I know people like that. That people were drunk, depressed, finished partying, and they're like, if you are there, I think you're there. I need help. Can you help me figure out who you are? Because I can't even figure out who I am. They'll have those kinds of conversations. You know why? And their friends are never having those kinds of conversations because they're still dead. But this person, something changed inside them. They're starting to make progression towards life, right? And so when they make that, now look at the imagery, أَوَمَنْ كَانَ مَيْتًا فَأَحْيَيْنَاهُ, then we gave this person life. Allah is the source of all life. Allah put something in this person's heart. Everybody else around them is happy living that life, keeping their eyes closed. But somehow this person says, no, I can't do this anymore. Something's not right. Even if they're doing it, their heart's not in it anymore. Now, for the first time in their life, they're about to walk into the club or walk into the bar or walk into the party. And before they walk in, they're like, I don't know if I want to do this. Why am I even doing this? And something inside them is pushing away from the gravitational force field. This was normal just a week ago, 2 weeks ago. This was normal. Nothing bothered them about this. But for some reason, guys, I gotta go. I'm just gonna go for a drive. No, thanks, I don't want a beer. It's okay. And they just go for a walk. And they're just staring at the sky. فَأَحْيَيْنَاهُ. And then this person starts looking. They start searching. Maybe they end up at a Buddhist temple. And they sit there for a really long time, closing their eyes, hoping something will happen. And nothing happens. They end up trying to go to church. I knew somebody who tried to convert to Judaism. They didn't let him. The entrance fee was too high, actually, he told me. Literally, this is what he told me. I said, and they eventually did let him convert. And they said, you're not really a Jew, though. Well, okay, fine. Right? They try different things. And then somehow, some way, when Allah sees that this person is seeking, then He lets them make one stop, another stop, another stop, another stop. And one of the things I've noticed with these people, I can't say this is a matter of fact, but certainly one pattern that I've noticed is that people that are searching for the truth, Islam is not one of their candidates. They'll consider everything else not Islam. I can't be that one. I'll look everywhere else. What else you got? What else you got? Taoism, Buddhism, any other ism? Any ism? Can I just check it out? Anything new? And then when everything is exhausted, they're like, might as well finish the list. I mean, it wasn't even on my list, but at least I could tell myself I looked at everything. I'll look at Islam. And then all of a sudden, they're trying to judge Islam, and they realize Islam is judging them. They were trying to wrestle Islam, and Islam is wrestling them, pinning them down. I had a very close friend of mine many years ago in college who was staunch atheist. And philosophy guy, 4.0 GPA, super sharp in philosophy. And he said, did not even consider the Quran. I didn't want to consider it. And eventually when I considered it, you know what I felt like? Because philosophy people, they love debate, right? And he's like, okay, I'm going to have a debate with this book. That's how he came to the Quran. And he's debating this book in his head. He's having these debates with God in this book. He goes, I literally felt like I was in a wrestling match and I was being pinned down every time. And I'd get up and say, you know what, I'm going to try that again. And I'd get to the next verses, next surah, and I'd get pinned down again until I said, you know what, I give up. This is it. Like I didn't even want to, but that's literally what Islam means, surrender. Right? He intellectually had to surrender because he came to it sincerely, just looking for, is this divine or not? And it pinned him down. أَوَمَنْ كَانَ مَيْتًا فَأَحْيَيْنَاهُ, we gave him life. And then, okay, so the person is looking for Allah, looking for guidance, but that doesn't mean they found Islam, but they're looking for guidance. What does Allah guarantee for someone who's looking for guidance? Allah says, وَجَعَلْنَا لَهُ نُورًا يَمْشِي بِهِ فِي النَّاسِ. First part, جَعَلْنَا لَهُ نُورًا. We will furnish light for him. Nuran could be tafkhiman. So this could be, Allah will put a massive light for this person. You should know that one of the descriptions of the Quran, in the Quran, is nur. And it's also beautiful that in Surah Al-Hadid, it complements the imagery of Surah Al-An'am, Allah says, يَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ نُورًا تَمْشُونَ بِهِ وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ. He will put a light for you, Muslims, that you can walk with. And what's that light referring to? The Quran. And a complement surah to Surah Al-Hadid is Surah Al-Taghabun. فَآمِنُوا بِاللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ وَالنُّورِ الَّذِي أَنزَلْنَا. Believe in Allah and His Messenger and the light that we sent down. So the Quran itself is being described as nur. Allah will put revelation for this person now. Now they were looking for something, and this light, it illuminates all the questions they had. The idea of looking for answers is you're trying to find something and it's dark. Now imagine the imagery, you're looking for something and it's dark, you can't really see it, and all of a sudden you have light in your hand. I can see everything. Now I know the reality of everything. I know that's what in the dark that looked like something good. When I shed light on it, that's a snake. I'm not looking at you, bro. I'm just pointing that way. Okay, so that's a snake. Oh my God, that looks so bad in the dark. When I look at it, that's treasure. You're looking at the same thing in the dark and you can't identify it. With light, you look at the same thing, you can tell what it really is. They now have an ability to see things for what they are. And that's what revelation does. It makes things clear. This is one of the ways in which the Quran is defined. Al-Kitab al-Mubin, wal-Kitab al-Mubin. The book that makes things clear, because that's what light does. Light makes things clear. I can see your faces, you can see my face because the lights are on. The lights turn off, nothing is clear anymore. So now this idea, وَجَعَلْنَا لَهُ نُورًا, so you see the process here. The person was spiritually not alive yet. I won't say dead, not alive yet, like the seed. Allah caused some stir in them and now they're coming to life. If they show that genuine desire to come to spiritual life, then Allah will guide them to His revelation. This is وَجَعَلْنَا لَهُ نُورًا. So Allah furnished a light for this person. Now they recognize that they better hold on to this light for dear life.